Welcome back to RTR Automotive. Today, Tesla Model 3 Performance Pack. We're going to see what they're all about. What's it actually like to live with a Tesla in 2026? Hopefully I pressed the right one. Now we plug this in here apparently. That's in. So we've got some things we need to check. How long does it take to charge? How many miles will it do? And what's it actually like when you're sat in traffic, which is the nature of the UK at the minute, in the traffic, in the poor weather, cold, what are the heated seats like, what are the wipers like, all of these creature comforts that we've become used to in the big German brands. This car is marketed against almost a BMW M3, Audi S4, these kind of cars. So does the 450 horsepower dual motor Tesla Model 3 compare to the BMW M3? I'll let you know. But first, let's jump in, have a little look at the spec inside before we go out for a drive. First thing to note is this is the key for it. So you unlock like this, and we're in. So then, also the ignition is just here. So the ignition on. What we've got in here is just a really clean, nice interior. Got all the heated seats, we've got all the options here. So we've got all the stuff you can do. We've got dynamics, sport mode, however you want the steering, stopping mode, we'll have it on creep. That's how I like my 530D, that's how that works. Charging, let's have a little look. So we've got 93 miles of range. So what we're going to see now then is how long does it take to charge. So we've got just less than 40% charge remaining. If we go up to the supercharger, how long is that going to take? How much is it going to cost? And how many miles is it going to give us of range? Let's go, let's find out. Once we get out of here, let's see what the, just a light acceleration, because the weather is terrible today. That's what it's like. It's quick enough to get going and get out of trouble, that's for sure. Get that in sport mode, then we can see what it's all about. Jesus, wow. A lot faster than I was expecting. Oh my god, that is insane. So 450 horsepower, which is let's say a normal amount of power now for a performance car, but an electric 450 horsepower is immediate and much more dramatic in the way it applies it. So it hits you in the back and continues to, which is until you get into the big power cars that are, like the 700, 800, 900 horsepower Ferraris, Lamborghinis. That's where you get that kick in the back that continues to kick you. In the description below, you'll see how to contact us if you do want to go and have a look at this car, or you're in the market for one. Pop down, we'll have a coffee, let's talk about it. But really, in here you've got all the screens, nice big speedo so you can see what's going on. And on the screen here, it's showing me a camera on, because I put the right indicator on. It's showing me the right side by where the curb is, like down facing this way, which is really cool, actually. So you need to now wait for all the traffic to do this. Really quite, I like this interface, actually. And we've also got 2 wireless charging stations just below this center console. Big cup holders, all the storage everywhere. So really, if you want a normal car, we're off. Wow, the throttle pedal is so sensitive. Open it up here, let's see what's going on. Jesus. And that's the speed limit. Mental. So it's so fast, but so, like, now I know it's not no engine, so you've got no road noise really, no real sound going on around the scenes, but we have already used 3 miles of range. I mean, it's not ideal, but I've been a little bit nasty to it. So really, I could drive it a little bit nicer, put it back in normal mode, and chill. Like that, chill in sport. Now we can chill out, and we'll roll. I think the regen braking is really, that's a strange thing to get used to. But like that, I'm off the throttle now, and it's slowing down really quickly. So it is functional, definitely. I like that blind spot when you're indicating. I'm a fan of that. That'd be really good on the motorway or something. The seat's comfortable. The heated seat is warm all the way up, which I like. So you get in some cars, the indicators don't have a 3-touch. Well, they might do. I'm just not doing it right. No, we'll have a little run up. I'm going to show you around it, and we'll go and get it charged, see how much it's going to cost, and see how many miles we're going to get. So, just the electric car thing is not something that's ever really appealed to me, because I don't have the need necessarily for it. But I could definitely get on board with this with how nice it is in here. Like I think it's quite good value, and we've got S-Class levels of spec in here. And if you want a 20-plate S-Class, well, here's an example of one for sale. I pulled off Auto Trader. They're not this cheap. How do the wipers work then? That's the next question. How do we do that? Oh, there you go. You press the end of the stalk. Interesting. Probably should have checked that before we drove out. There's nothing to touch, so got a flood here. Probably shouldn't drive through that in a electric car. The electrics and water don't mix, as we all learnt as children. But the steering feels responsive, light. What I was concerned about with just an electronic power steering car in general, not just an electric car, is the feeling off centre. You know, you're going in a straight line and you put any lock on, sometimes it can feel very disconnected, and like you don't know where middle is without looking at the wheel. But definitely there's a feel off centre. They've obviously designed it in such a way that it does offer you a little bit of feedback through the steering wheel, which I think is really quite interesting, why they're still continuing that today. It's interesting. So we must weigh quite a lot. I need to do a little bit of research on how much it weighs. It's the tyre pressures. So 42 psi is recommended by Tesla. I do like the instant power. I do like that. Don't really know how this works, to be honest. How we just turn the temperature up. That's one thing I don't like about cars is no buttons. Like, what's up with the heater control? I get it. It'd look strange in here. If we just had some dials and knobs and things down here to do the heating, it'd be weird. So I get why they've done it, to keep it all clean and classy on there. But, so a sub-menu for the heating. Right, there we go. We can turn it up a little bit. 22, auto, perfection. Like, massive panoramic sunroof. Really high up windscreen. You can see, well, I can see straight up pretty much from there. So it's plenty of visibility. Comforts, yes. Driving feel, yes. Is it going to feel as responsive as a BMW M car when you really lean on it? I doubt it. I mean, we'll find out, but I doubt it. But it's easy to drive. In here, I think, looks really nice. And the sat-nav screen, massive. I'm sure there's another modern car that does a similar thing, but I haven't seen it and operated it. But I like this. So now I think we need to go and get some electricity and see how much it costs and how many miles we get. See you there. Hopefully I pressed the right one. Now we plug this in here apparently. That's in. Preparing to charge. Is that charging? Preparing. There we go, we're charging. So now we'll come back. Car's charging, so I may as well have a little look around it while we're here. So that's charging. It's cost us 5 pence. I'm not going to watch that because that's going up quite quick. But we'll have a little look see at this car. But I think really attractive looking car, especially with the performance pack and the bigger brakes. You've got bigger brakes, I think a bigger wheel. And something else I do like about modern cars is the smooth door handles. But let's nip in now. Let's do normal electric car activity. So I'll give that a little have a walk around, come back out. The time, I'll tell you how long it's been, and we'll see how much we've got. So I've just been in, got myself a pasta and a couple of iced coffees, and what I've not done, I got back to the car, thought, I'll eat this while it charges. I haven't got a fork, so we're currently going back in just to see if we can get one. I'm back at the car while it's charging. They did tell me that it's got YouTube on. So there's only one thing for it, and it's to hit the subscribe button on RTR Automotive. Oh, I need to sign in. Oh. Anyway, I would subscribe, but I can't. Let's have a look, see. Which one are we watching? Let's watch that. Why not? So I've eaten my pasta, watched a little bit of YouTube, and we've gained around 100 miles of range in just over 20 minutes. So I think that is more than acceptable. Just stop this charger now. Remove this. Oh shit. Right, it comes out quick. Get it plugged back on there. Oh, the little door's closed for me. Nice. Right, so it's cost us £19.84 because I had to restart it. So that's not too bad, really. I can cope with that. Nice. So, let's get back and show you some bits. It says 160 miles of range on the dash. We're going to try out and find out how true that actually is. With normal weekend activities, go and see family, go to the shop, do all the normal stuff. Well, one thing to do then, let's get on with it. So I might have lied slightly. We do have 163 miles of range. So, we're going to see now. I don't know how many miles it is, but it's around 30, 35. We're going to go over to Brighton in normal Saturday afternoon traffic, which, if you've ever been round here and driven, is, I think horrendous would be a word I'd use. So I've got a heated seat on. One thing is, it's weirdly quiet. I know that. It's electric, it's got no engine, Scott. Yeah. But road noise-wise, it's quiet. Once I've done some miles in, we'll come back, see what the range is like. So, on mile 1, 163 miles of range. Let's cut back in a minute. Right, so we've done about, 5, 8 miles, something like that. And we've used 13 miles of range. This range anxiety thing is getting quite serious. But we're going to go to Tesco. We're going to put it on charge while we nip in to get a couple of bits. And see if how quickly it regenerates this bit we've used. So it reckons, so now currently it looks like we've got somewhere around 60% battery. Let's have a little look. Yeah, 58% battery. And it will get to destination with 47%. So we'll see if it can regen that 10% at the destination if we just plug it in. See if it's possible just to keep topping up to get beyond. We'll see. Right, and so we're less than a mile now away from the Tesco of choice. And the car's actually been more efficient than it told me it would. Like, we're going to arrive now with 48% battery remaining. And we've used we've used 30 miles of range to do a 23-mile journey. In a little bit of traffic, got the heater on, the radio going, headlights on, quite a lot of stuff being used. But it told me what it was going to do, and it's at least achieved what it told me, so can't complain too much. Comfort-wise, after a little bit of a drive, I think really good. I'm getting used to the regen braking being the big one. I find it odd that you come out the throttle and the car just brakes for you. I'm still wrapping my head around that. But there is a tunnel soon, and we're going to see what it sounds like in the tunnel. Headphone users, be ready for that. Apparently it's around here. Oh, here we go. Right, let's see if there's any charging stations. Where do we even go here? Parking, lovely. Petrol, not something we need today. Let's have a little look, see if there's any electric chargers. I don't think there will be, but they're all in use. It is Saturday afternoon at a supermarket. Yeah, of course they are. Someone's parked in it in a diesel as well. Yeah, no, not even on this side. This EV thing's all new to me, probably, as you've probably noticing through this video. Let's have a little look, see if we've actually got any ability to charge. Oh no, they're full. We'll park up, nip in the shop, and we'll find a charger later on. So I lost a little bit of light, but as promised, I am going to do a tunnel run just to prove the noise that this car makes. Oh no, hang on for this. So obviously we need sport mode. Here's the tunnel. So earphone users, are you ready? Here we go for the tunnel run in the Tesla. Oh yeah, so loud. I'm glad that I managed to put some exhaust noise over that in the edit. Next job. We might have to be tomorrow. Let's get it charged. Let's see what this car's like to live with. So, come down to Sainsbury's to charge up the car. As you probably noticed, it's daylight, so it is the next day. And plugged it in, got myself a meal deal. And it's saying it's got 50 minutes remaining. But already we've gained 72 miles of range just nipping in there getting a sandwich. So it is possible that you could drive to the supermarket, charge it for the time you're there, come home and not really have to inconvenience your time unless you are doing massive journeys. Now I don't know how much this is going to say we can do on a full charge, but I'll cut back and let you know and see if this is going to be a feasible car for not only myself, but other people like me who do long journeys every now and again. Let's see. And number two, actually, how much is this going to cost? So it pre-charges on the card £40, and we're going to see if that gives us a full charge or if, you know, I get some money back from that. We'll see. But as it's going up now, it's 76 miles of range we've gained, so really quick. But we'll see. So we are 100% charged and showing 273 miles of range. So it's showing us 100% battery charge and 273 miles of range. Now let's go outside and see how much that cost. So to go from 20 miles of range to 270 miles of range, it's cost us £48.94. So I'm going to put some figures on the screen now of compared to my 530D against this Tesla for running costs, cost per mile, etc, etc. There'll be some bits on the screen. So 273 miles for £48 feels like quite a lot of money. I know that was a fast charger and they are a little bit more expensive, and I know it would be cheaper if you were to charge it at home, but is that, like, if I had to do that every week? So I do about, rough numbers, 120 to 150 miles a week, so it essentially would double my running costs. And unless you're charging at home, which as has been said, this car costs around £100 a month to charge. Yeah, with the usage the previous owner used, and it quartered his fuel bill. So I think in some instances it really does work, but in mine I'm not sure it's a financial benefit to be able to do it. I do like the comfort, I like this car, I do like it, but it's just an expense, and I think it's serves a purpose if you're bobbing around town, you're charging at home. I think that is perfect. But for myself, I don't have a charger at home. I have the expense of fitting one. Summary, really nice car. I think it has its uses, but in my life, not sure it works. But as always, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, because next week we've got something interesting. Catch me there. If you want to see something old school, click here. Subscribe to click here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao for now.